Hello, Carrots here. Welcome to my Perfect Genetics Challenge, episode 9. In this episode, Olivia and Don are on their honeymoon in Egypt. This is Olivia's one chance in a lifetime to have a wonderful holiday with the man she's chosen to spend the rest of her life with. Because when they go home, she knows, and he knows too, that their job will be to have babies, lots of babies. And once the babies start arriving, there won't be any time for holidays. Of course, as soon as they get to Egypt, Olivia goes shopping. Only for essentials though. We're getting some dried food, some shower in a can, and a tent. Plus, of course, the obligatory camera. You never know when you might want to take a photo of something. Don thinks he's there to read a book, but he'll learn. The next shop, of course, is the bookshop. I think she's left Don behind for the moment. She wants to go and get some recipe books and fishing books and necessary information to take back home with them. They're not going to try to read them here. Now, armed with the necessary books and survival equipment, they decide to head for the Sphinx, the perfect start for their wonderful holiday. They're not going to do any adventures, and there isn't an adventure involved with this part of the Sphinx. They're just going to go and have a look. Oh, Don nearly got caught by the flames there. Olivia is going to go for a swim. She'll get her opportunity to try out her swimming outfit. While Don waits for her to push that pushable statue across. We're not going to do the blow of everything they did in the Sphinx. We'll just fill out a little highlights. Now they've got past quite a few things, but they found an interesting looking hidden door. And there is where they're going to spend their night. They're going to sleep in the Sphinx. Hopefully no paparazzi will turn up. But I think they had the night all to themselves, which was fortunate. They do collect a few items from the Sphinx as they're going through. Have some treasure to put in their house at home. Something to remember their one and only holiday. Of course, Don is a nurturing Sim. He likes children, whereas Olivia dislikes children. But she knows that her job and her duty that she is bound to follow is to have as many children as it takes to get her heir. With the heir is the first baby that we decide is the one that is the closest match to her identical hair and eyes. And of course the heir must also have the dislikes children trait. Lucky she bought that dried food and the shower in a can. She can freshen up. Do a little bit of collecting. That is actually the sigil for the tomb, the Sphinx. It's time Don woke up. I don't think she wants to sit there and read a book while he snores. Looks like he's a bit hungry too. And he might need a bit of shower in a can. So she is going to read a book while she waits for him to be ready.
Yep. Sa zaboduni faza mazabu? Oh. Ooh.
So that was their first woohoo ever. They seem to have enjoyed it, but there's work to be done. If they want to continue through the Sphinx, they need to find a star-shaped keystone, and I do believe there might be one hidden under that rock pile. And it seems that Olivia doesn't plan to be the one to dig it out. Well, there's the keystone that they need, so they can now continue on in the exploration of the Sphinx. But Don seems to have something else on his mind. Olivia is going to finish reading that book, though. She's right into that at the moment. Oh, she's finished. Excellent. They do seem to be getting on rather well together, don't they? All this time they've got to know each other through love letters and the occasional meeting in person. It was entirely possible that they would find that they couldn't stand being with each other, but fortunately they seem to be hitting it off. Taking a photo together. I suppose they should enjoy each other's company for the brief time that they do have together alone, because they'll soon be overrun by babies and children. They're just having fun at the moment. We don't want to risk her going home, travelling home pregnant and losing the baby on the way. So that's just for fun. But I think it's about time they got on the move and used that star keystone to get through this Sphinx. Yes, that's what they did. They got up and they've solved a few problems and they've got through to the end. This is the Soul Peace Chamber with the statue of the Soul Peace statue there. This is the place where a sim can come to be cured of a mummy's curse. That statue will actually cure a sim, but neither of these two need curing. And that's it, they're finished with the Sphinx. That's this view over Egypt, over the marketplace actually, in the river. The view from the Sphinx. They both seem to be tired, so I think they should go back to the base camp for a while now and have a sleep. And after they've had a sleep, I think they'll go and do some fishing at one of the water holes at a little oasis in the desert. I sent them here because they can catch a few interesting fish here, such as crocodiles. And also, I just thought it was a pretty place to be. There's that old shipwreck there that's been pulled up onto the beach. And it's so lovely and green. And if they come here at night, there's unicorns and horses. And they're getting some fishing skill, which they will need at some point in their future lives together. And it's almost time for them to go home. But we'll let them spend the night here fishing, I think. And in the morning, when the sun rises, then I'll get them to go home. It's very quiet and peaceful, and they seem to have actually been left alone by the paparazzi. Maybe they don't have enough celebrity points yet. Not quite sure what's going on there, but it is wonderful not to have somebody snapping photos of them all the time. The sky's going red in the distance as the sun goes down. The dawn is coming as the sky gets lighter. Catching a few fish. I think they're going to find quite a lot of activities that they can enjoy together. But the only activity that they'll do a lot of together that Olivia won't enjoy is raising children. And that will be the most time-consuming and important activity that they get up to together. Oh, Don's hungry. Lucky she went shopping before they came fishing and he's got food. Looks like they've decided they're not fishing anymore. Might be time to go home. Go home and start making babies. So I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you again in the next episode.